Hey, I'm Michael Janda. In this lesson, we're going to talk about how to miss a deadline. First of all, missing a deadline should be extremely rare. When you commit to doing something in a certain time frame, make sure that you do everything to fulfill it. Missing a deadline can be super detrimental to your client relationship. It destroys the trust that they have in you. And it's something that you're always going to be trying to recover from over the course of your relationship with a client. So it's super, super critical to hit your deadlines. But every once in a while, circumstances beyond your control happen, and every creative in the world has missed a deadline at some point throughout their career. It's just the nature of the beast. There are all kinds of things, a software crash, a hardware crash. These kinds of things can cause us to miss deadlines. So I'm going to give you a step-by-step little process that you can follow when you're going to miss a deadline so that you can do it in the smoothest way possible. The first thing we're going to talk about is notifying others, getting others involved as early as you feel like the deadline is in jeopardy. So if you're working somewhere, make sure you run it up the chain. You tell your art director, your creative director, your boss, whoever it is, your superior inside of the company, run it up the chain and tell them, hey, my software just crashed. I lost my project. I lost 2 hours worth of work and I'm not going to be able to hit the deadline today because Photoshop crashed and I lost my file. I'm gonna have to recreate it. So run it up the chain and get others involved. The longer you wait to do this, the bigger the surprise it is and the more damage it's gonna cause inside of your relationships. Nobody likes those kinds of surprises. Next, you determine the cause. And I mentioned a few of these: a software bug, a hardware crash, a software crash, some kind of weird virus or something on your computer, all scope creep from the client. There's some cause that is yielding this missed deadline. So determine what the cause is. And it's not uncommon that it is the client's fault. In fact, that's pretty common. The client was late with their feedback milestone. As a result of them being late giving you feedback, now you have less time to execute the changes, and now the deadline's in jeopardy. But you got to understand the cause. So we want to clearly identify the cause. And then next, we're going to notify the client. Now, notifying the client is the scary part. That's getting the client on the phone or a Zoom call or an email if you're super paranoid that you don't want to do this face-to-face. But you got to notify the client. And I'm going to give you a little script so that you can notify your client in the right way. So we've determined the cause. We're going to use that in this little script. Here's the script. I need to notify you that we are going to be a little late with our delivery. We have run into an issue. Hardware crash, software crash, virus, bug in the code, any of those kinds of determining factors, whatever you determined as the cause, you're going to put that here. And then you continue. Deadlines are important to us. We are so sorry. We just didn't anticipate. And then you fill in the blank with the cause of this missed deadline. So be careful not to play the blame game. Just be open and honest, clear about what's causing this missed deadline. And don't go and point fingers and blame this and blame that. You just want to state matter-of-factly, this is the situation that we're in, and we're notifying the client. All right, number 4, realign expectations. This is the next step. Now that you missed this deadline, you have to reestablish a new deadline. Okay, we're going to miss this one. We will deliver by 5 p.m. instead of noon. Or we'll deliver by Monday instead of Friday, or we'll deliver by Tuesday instead of Monday. Whatever it is, you're going to realign expectations, be detailed, be clear, and don't miss the next deadline. If you tell them, hey, we're gonna have it to you by 10 a.m. on Tuesday instead of end of day on Monday, like the original deadline, we're gonna send it by 10 a.m. on Tuesday. Don't miss the next deadline. Now, when you realign expectations with the client, you give them this little script. We expect to resolve the issue and plan to deliver at, and put in here the day and time. The day and time that you're going to deliver. Again, we are so sorry for this unforeseen delay. And then, like I was saying earlier, you don't want to miss the revised deadline. Your trust relationship with the client has been damaged by the deadline miss. If you miss another one, it is going to be nearly impossible to recover. All right, I hope that gives you some pointers on how to miss a deadline effectively. Again, this has happened to every creative who has ever worked. Things happen that are out of our control. Good clients understand that. If you have a good relationship with your client, you're gonna get through it. You'll survive it, and they'll continue to give you work. So be sure you're building these good relationships, because when these missed deadlines happen, you're gonna need to leverage that relationship to survive the client and keep them as a client moving forward. Okay, I hope that helps you get some insights on how to miss a deadline. Thanks so much. See you in the next one.